Hey, all, Michael Lunsford here. Citizens for a New Louisiana. Have you seen this foolishness by Clay Schexnayder? I published it yesterday. He is, by the way, the Speaker of the House, the Louisiana legislature. He was elected by 23 Republicans and all 35 Democrats unanimously. Locally, there were 8 Republicans, I believe, in the Acadiana area who voted for Clay Schexnayder over the Republican choice, who was Sherman Mack. Lead among them was Stuart Bishop. So Stuart is responsible in part for this. Let me read you. The petition to cancel the governor's health emergency has been sold to the public as a magic bullet solution to the governor's COVID-19 restrictions that comes with 0 consequences and completely opens up the economy. That's just not the truth. Of course it's not the truth. We've talked about it here. The purpose of the petition is not to revoke the governor's emergency power. It is not to reopen the economy fully. It is to give the legislature negotiation power, because you don't show up unarmed to an armed conflict. And if you're going to go sit down with the governor, you better have something you can do. You better have some form of strength, because that's all he responds to. This is weakness. The governor's not going to respond to this. He's just going to sit at his desk and laugh at it. Anyway, let's continue. Further on, it said, the petition would immediately be enjoined and sent to the court by the governor, where it would sit for months and nothing would happen. That's not a solution. It's a talking point to say that we tried. Well, at least it's a talking point to say that you tried. At this moment, 6 months into this never happened before in the history of Louisiana. We have never had an emergency drag on for 6 months. And for the entire 6 months, Clay Schexnayder, the Gang of 23, and the 35 Democrats have done nothing, 0, to do anything about this. The only thing they have is tort reform. That's it. In fact, it's not even tort reform, because they passed a resolution to suspend certain rules for a year. If you're in business, the rules are suspended for a year, you can't plan on that. So it's not really going to help your insurance. Have you noticed your insurance policy go down? Of course not, because they didn't do it right. That's the one talking point he has, and it doesn't even work. Later on it says, we have not been sitting idly by for the last 6 months doing nothing. In the coming days, we promise, any day now, we'll be taking action and moving forward with a plan that brings this to a conclusion, etc. The fact of the matter is, there is no plan. And even if there is one, it's probably in the October special session, where we're going to try to raise taxes, because the fiscal cliff that John Bel Edwards created by closing all of the businesses is a big problem, and we have to do something. There's going to be a special session. That's not a plan. That's October. And then John Bell's going to veto anything they do anyway. The petition is not vetoable. He can't veto it at all. But you go in, you negotiate, you say, Governor, we want to talk to you about how we can reopen our economy. If you don't listen, we can use this petition and we can reopen the economy if we are forced to by you. And if we are forced to use this petition, it's not our fault that you won't negotiate, it's your fault. And that's what should be done. That should have been done 6 months ago. It can be done any day now. Go to your local legislator's Facebook page. They probably shared this. If they shared this and the comment at the top doesn't say this is a bunch of baloney, if it says something like, this is why I'm not going to sign the CBAL petition, you got to call somebody, and you better call them quick, and call all your friends and neighbors and say, the reason that the Louisiana economy is shut down and you can't get work is because our legislator won't sign the petition. Make the call.